Hello my lovelies, it's Susanna, and today I want to show you how to solve this problem where we have to find the radius of the quarter circle. We have our quarter circle here. We want to find the radius because it's a quarter circle. We have a right angle down here. But we also have right angles here, here, and here, and we are given the length of this part here, this part here, and this part here. And we have to find the radius. Okay, how can we do that? Well, the radius always goes from the center to the edge of the circle. So we have the radius here, but we also have the radius here, for example. Or if we go here, this is the radius as well. And we have points on our circle here and here that are usually pretty important if we solve problems like that. So that's why I want to draw my radius from the center to this edge here. This is the radius of my circle. So now I created a triangle here, and it is actually a right triangle, which is great. I know the length of this side. This side is of length r, and what about the length of this side here? Well, I don't know it yet, but I know this part is of length 16, so that would be this part here. If I draw a line here, also perpendicular, then I know that this length here is 16. And what about the rest down here? I don't know the length of this part. I just call it x. Okay, but then we have a right triangle, and we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find an equation for this triangle. For that, we need the hypotenuse first. That is always across our right angle, so this is the hypotenuse. And the Pythagorean theorem then says take one of the sides, so the length of this side is x plus 16. I write it in parentheses, x plus 16, square the length of this side, plus take the length of the other side and square it, so 9 squared, and then you get the hypotenuse squared, so r squared. Okay, so this is an equation. We have r and x as unknowns in here, which is not so great. Two unknowns, just one equation. So the question is, can we find another equation with r and x? And we already said that here we have this other point, which might be important. So let's draw the radius from the center to this point here. And then we get this triangle down here, which is also a right triangle. The length of this side is x. The length of this side is r. The length of this side, well, this part is 12. What about this part here? This is my 9. So I have length 9 here. So in total, I have length 21 here. Let's use the Pythagorean theorem again. So across my right angle here, this is my hypotenuse this time. So I take one side and square it, x squared, plus I take the other side and square it, which would be 21 squared. And then I get my hypotenuse squared, so r squared. And this is a system of equations. Two equations, two variables. We should be able to solve this. Maybe we simplify a little bit. 9 squared equals 81, and 21 squared, you can calculate this. It's 441. And I take my system of equations and let's solve it. We have r squared here and r squared here. which is great because this is equal to r squared, and they tell us that this is also equal to r squared, so we know that this here has to be equal to this here. So we eliminate r squared immediately by just taking this and setting it equal to this here. And now we only have one variable in our equation, and we can solve for x. Maybe we first get rid of these parentheses here. We have a sum that is squared. There is a formula for this special product here. So every time you have something like a plus b and all of this squared, then you can simplify it by a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So in our case, the first thing is going to be squared. So the x is going to be squared plus 2ab. So 2 times x times 16 equals 32x plus b squared, so 16 squared in our case. Then we have the plus 81, and on the other side, well, we cannot do anything there yet. We just leave it as it is. Okay, let's calculate a little bit. 16 squared equals 256. If we add the 81 to this, we get 337 here. Let's get rid of the x squared here and here by subtracting x squared on both sides of the equation. It cancels out here, which is great, and we only have the rest of this here on this side, and on the other side also cancels out, and we only have the 441. Okay, let's still solve for x by subtracting the 337 on both sides of the equation, so that here we only have the 32x, this cancels out, and here we get a result of 104. To solve for x, we have to get rid of the 32, so let's divide both sides of the equation by 32 so that it cancels out here and my x is left. And if we calculate this, we get a result of 13/4. This is my x. Were we really interested in x? Not really. We wanted to find the radius, but we can find the radius now with this information because we have our equations here and the radius is in here. We can use this value for x and insert it here for x to find the radius. So we know that r squared is the same as x squared. So for x, we insert the 13/4. We have to square this thing and then add 441. If we calculate the right side, we get a beautiful fraction here of 7,225/16. This is r squared, but we need r, so we have to take the square root on both sides of the equation. But we have to be careful that every time we do that, we get two results for our variable here, a positive first result and a second negative result. The square root of this fraction is 85/4, and we still get this negative 85/4. The thing is, we don't need this negative result here because it's the radius, so the radius should be positive. So we use this here as a result for our radius. We can find the decimal number here as well. It's 21.25. 5, and we solved our problem. I'm curious how you solve this problem, so please let me know in the comments. I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Take care!